flag at a time. Rubber and grit on the backstretch burn, tailgate shaking, every lesson earned. Paint chip raw, but the pride stays clean. Hit that throttle like a war machine. Hear that rumble roll, get low, stay mean. Come out of the corner like a headline machine. Hey! HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, hey! Keep it burning, tear it up, hey! Hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time. Hey! 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 Black smoke rising, crowd on its feet. Hammered down now, feel that heat. No backup plan, no mercy shown. Take the checkered, bring it home. HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, hey! Keep it burning, tear it up, hey! Hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time. Dust on the fender, mud on the grill. Bolt every buckle, hold through the hill. Tight in the lane, never lift, never fold. Wide knuckle night and a heart made of stone. Hear that rumble roll, get low, stay mean. Come out of the corner like a headline machine. HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, keep it burning, tear it up, hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time. Rubber and grit on the backstretch burn, tailgate shaking, every lesson earned. Paint chip raw, but the pride stays clean. Hit that throttle like a war machine. Hear that rumble roll, get low, stay mean. Come out of the corner like a headline machine. Hey! HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, hey! Keep it burning, tear it up, hey! Hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time. Hey! 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 Black smoke rising, crowd on its feet. Hammered down now, feel that heat. No backup plan, no mercy shown. Take the checkered, bring it home. HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, hey! Keep it burning, tear it up, hey! Hold the line.
Welcome in everybody to our HVRL Craftsman Truck Series. I'm Sean Happick. Joined with me as always is Bryce Tucker. How you doing today, Bryce?
I'm doing well. Excited to call the race with you tonight after a week off, and we're week 3 of the season, and we're going to start to see how some of these guys um, can race on a 2-mile track. And obviously, we haven't had a lot of races yet with a lot of new guys in here, so kind of see who can do what. And this will be one of the tracks that kind of tells us who's got some good pace around a 2-mile, and then we'll go from there. So I'm excited for tonight's race. Michigan can be fun. It can also be, for whatever reason, a wreck fest. So hopefully we don't have that tonight.
It is one of HVRL's Achilles' heels, isn't it? But speaking of Michigan International Speedway, that's where we are today. It's a 2-mile even track. The pit speed limit is 55. Our track conditions are cloudy, air temp of 76, track temp of 96, and with about 5 to 6 mile an hour wind east-northeast. It, of course, is a fixed setup. 2 additional tire sets over the wall, as they have. A lot of time, actually, I think that is a mistake. Let me change that right now, because I believe they have 3 here. There we go. 3 additional tire sets, 1 fast pair. Our one and only stage will be on lap 35. A lot of stage points up there with the 55% fuel limit, as we already talked about. Sean Havoc, Bryce Tucker in the booth. And that's about all the info that we can give y'all so far today. That's about all they need. That's everything.
Yeah, we've got local track time is 3:44 p.m. now, so the race will start around just after 4 p.m. 96-degree track temps will probably be in and around that for most of the race, I would guess. Fluctuate a few degrees, so enough to wear tires, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know. We tend to have bad lucks here at this wide track. I think because people think it's wide, they can go 3-4 wide and it normally just creates issues. But hopefully, looking for a better, clean race here. I know this group of guys can do it for sure.
Yeah, it's always coming out of 2 that seems to cause the most issues for us. Wouldn't you agree on that? Doesn't seem like turn 2, cars start to get tight, guys push up towards the wall or slide up into somebody's lane, and for me it just seems like that's where most of the issue occurs.
I mean that does seem to lend itself to be true, but I guess we'll see tonight. But is there anybody you want to talk to today?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring our current points leader after 2 weeks, Mr. Chris Romano, in the 44 truck up here in the booth. Chris Romano, you up here in the booth with Sean and Bryce, and just wanted to talk to you and see how you're feeling about tonight. Your current points leader after 2 weeks, and had a great season last season, won Rookie of the Year, so off to a good start. Tell us about tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Curious to see how the race is going to go. But I just want to try and keep it clean, miss any wrecks that happen, and hopefully get a decent qualifying spot. I'm not really having the speed right now, but hopefully qualifying, figure something out.
Yeah, well, hot lapping and race pace are 2 different things, and you always tend to figure it out as the race goes on. You got enough laps to do so. Have you practiced much for this race? Tire wear, what's that look like? Strategy, any kind of insight you can give us on what you're looking to do tonight?
Yeah, well, I'm happy we have 3 tires this time, not 2 like last race.
Yeah.
But it's going to make it a little easier. We had a practice race. A few of us hopped in there. I was in one in that race, and it's a lot of fun. I've noticed it's easy to get these trucks loose when you're drafting with someone close in the corner. So just got to be careful with that. And then just it seemed like 4 tires was the way to go. I know some guys tried 2 in that practice race, and they just seemed really loose. I took 4, and I think it paid off in the end. So definitely going to keep that in the back of my head too.
Is there a trouble spot on the track that you would say? Sean and I were just talking, and it seems like if we have issues here, it's coming off of 2. Truck gets tight, guys kind of move up a line or 2, and you get 2 or 3 wide, and next thing you know, they're getting into each other. How would you say, coming off of 2, coming off of 4? Is there a spot that could cause more trouble?
Definitely, I'd say coming off the 2. I think you're right on that. And just it's such a wide track that everyone wants to run 3, 4 wide, and I think, like I said, you could get loose if someone's behind you, or tight if you're behind somebody, and it's just hard to judge that sometimes, and then you end up hitting somebody. So
Y-
just
Yeah.
gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, well, it's wide and fast, that's for sure. It definitely,
For sure.
definitely a fun track to race. At a high pace and try to push door to door, bumper to bumper. So we'll see how you guys do tonight. Hopefully you're able to keep it clean. But you're getting ready to qualify here, so I'll get you back in your team with Revolution Racing, and good luck to you tonight, sir.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
You
Enjoy
betcha.
the race.
Hey Bryce, just I would go ahead and mention that we don't have enough to qualify in here, so it looks like we're at 40-42 right now. So it looks like everybody with the penalty does not qualify today.
Moved the wrong person to Revolution Racing.
Oh well, yeah, I would let them know there's no qualifying in, so everybody with the penalty do not qualify. Looks like we're sitting at 41 or 42 right now. So as qualifying begins, we have a lot of guys with some boo-boos last week, and they're not going to get to qualify. So watch Daniel Everly here. Our tower board over there. Now this is definitely going to be a second lap hot lap, so their first laps are not going to be their fast ones, especially with the cloud cover. They're gonna run the high side here on the first lap, get the tires warmed up, get the speed. But then they're really going to push it on their second lap here, is what I'm expecting to see here. Daniel Everly is on his first lap here. Let's see, he just
joining back in with you. Who you watching there?
Daniel
sir?
Everly right now, just talking to them about maybe it's probably going to be a second lap hot lap, just because it's a little cloudy. They want their temps up a little bit so they can kind of stick that bottom, but he kind of seems to be going mid to low line here, probably on that seam right now, so maybe he is going for a first lap hot lap here.
They got a huge benefit as that session flipped from the practice to the qualifying session, dropped the track by 5 degrees because of that cloud cover.
Yeah,
Ambient
sure
air temp's the same.
Yeah,
but
track temp 91 degrees here. Everly
yeah.
is our fastest
Currently
right
on
now
pole.
out of the three.
Currently. Yep. I think we all know Everly will be a strong contender all season long, regardless of the track. I think he'd tell you he's probably not great on road courses, but he'll probably practice just enough to be competitive.
Well, that's all you really need if you're going to put together a good championship season.
Yeah, and Stanley Hill come in and just 0.02 of a second behind him. Robert Rambo currently sitting third.
There we go. Got a lot of shaking up here. See what Everly gets back on top. It looks like I looked at the right guy.
Same. Yes, you did. Good call on that.
Watch Todd Wagnall making his way around. Currently in 16th, dropping down to 18th right now. Definitely has time to improve. I'm really curious on Romano here. Like a lot of times,
He's
practice isn't anything. I'd never practice well, and I normally always put up a good qualifying. I don't know why.
cool. And sometimes you just struggle to find it, right? You just put down that one lap pace can just be hard, but a guy like Romano.
There it is,
Oh,
Todd.
there's Bobby Grady atop of the. Bobby Grady went out and did a 43-second first lap. I would be curious to ask him if that was planned, just kind of take it easy, bring the tires in, and then just absolutely crushed his second lap to put it on
by
pole.
5/100ths of a second here. So we got Anthony Hall trying to make his way around, which he is in the 05, so he is driving for, I forget who he's driving for. Who's the 5?
Boca, no, Boca's, sorry about that. Let's take a look here.
I thought we changed his number, but maybe not. But Anthony Hall, P6 here. Brad Dorr, Kean Fry making his way around. It says in a race sign in there who they're subbing for.
Yeah, I was going to look at our other thread here. I'll just go to the race sign-in.
Oh, Rebel. That's right. I don't know why I thought that.
Josh Revel.
Yeah, Josh Rebel. That's definitely a good pick. Kean Fry's in 14th. Sean McLean was taking his way around. There he goes into the grass there. As a meatball flag. It looks like everybody has qualified if it's looking right here. We still have about a couple of minutes to go. I didn't know if you want to bring one in for a little interview real quick since we have 4.5 minutes left. Maybe our pole sitter, Bobby, we can get him out of the way. Oh, wait, what do you got?
20 seconds, but.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, this is counting up. I apologize about that. Well, Bobby Grady, maybe we can come in for an interview if we get our driver's meeting done really quick. And
Yeah.
And we'll be back here shortly after this break just to get our driver's meeting done and get some penalties set. We'll be right back.
Dust on the fender, mud on the grill. Bolt every buckle, hold through the hill. Tight in the lane, never lift, never fold. Wide knuckle night and a heart made of stone. Hear that rumble roll, get low, stay mean. Come out of the corner like a headline machine. HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, keep it burning, tear it up, hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time. Rubber and grit on the backstretch burn. Tailgate shaking, every lesson earned. Paint chip raw, but the pride stays clean. Hit that throttle like a war machine. Hear that rumble roll, get low, stay mean. Come out of the corner like a headline machine. HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, keep it burning, tear it up, hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time. Black smoke rising, crowd on its feet. Hammered down now, feel that heat. No backup plan, no mercy shown. Take the checkered, bring it home. HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, keep it burning, tear it up, hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time. Dust on the fender, mud on the grill. Bolt every buckle, hold through the hill. Tight in the lane, never lift, never fold. Wide knuckle night and a heart made of stone. Hear that rumble roll, get low, stay mean. Come out of the corner like a headline machine. HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, keep it burning, tear it up, hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time. Rubber and grit on the backstretch burn, tailgate shaking, every lesson learned. Paint chip raw, but the pride stays clean. Hit that throttle like a war machine. Hear that rumble roll, get low, stay mean. Come out of the corner like a headline machine. Hey! HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, hey, keep it burning. Tear it up, hey, hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time. Hey, hey, black smoke rising, crowd on its feet. Hammered down now, feel that heat. No backup plan, no mercy shown. Take the checkered, bring it home. HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, hey, keep it burning. Tear it up, hey, hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time. Dust on the fender, mud on the grill. Bolt every buckle, hold through the hill. Tight in the lane, never lift, never fold. Wide knuckle night and a heart made of stone. Hear that rumble roll, get low, stay mean. Come out of the corner like a headline machine. HVRL Truck Series, hard racing at its best. HVRL Truck Series, we go harder than the rest. Tear it up, keep it burning. Tear it up, hold the line. HVRL Truck Series, one flag at a time.
All right, we are back live here with the starting lineup. Well, and a driver interview if we want to hurry up and get that done real quick.
Yeah, Bobby Grady, you're up here in the booth with Sean and Bryce. Just wanted to say congratulations, put it on pole. I noticed your outlap was very slow. Looked like you had planned that possibly, bring the tires in and then just really hit it hard on the second lap. Was that the plan?
Yeah, I practiced quite a bit, and it seemed to help a bunch by doing that. So I never imagined being on the pole because there's some fast dudes, and so I feel pretty fortunate for sure.
Well, it's worked out. Practice definitely helps, and I noticed that on the first, like I said, the first lap, 43 seconds, and I thought, well, Bobby's got a strategy here, and then it paid off. So, congratulations to you tonight. I know Happy had a question for you.
Oh Lord.
Oh, I was going to see how you were going to screw this one up, man.
Hey, the curse of the Bobino isn't done yet, I don't think, but hopefully I can avoid it and turn things around. And it seems to be always something.
Well, you do a good job at putting it on pole, so just go race clean and see what happens. Got faith in you, but good job for putting it on pole. We'll see if we can get you guys released here just shortly.
All right, guys, appreciate it. Have fun.
There you have it, our pole sitter, Mr. Bobby Grady, and the one truck longtime veteran of HVRL, and one of the OGs. He's been here since season 1, hasn't he, Happy?
He sure has. Did you let these guys know that we'll just go ahead and go to the countdown here?
Yeah.
And then I will go through our starting grid here. And I'll do it all while you're doing that. That's fine with me. Let me go ahead and do this. Turn off this driver info here. Just do the old blimp view and go about it like that. All right, starting P1 we just talked to is the number 1 of Bobby Grady. Starting P2 in the 66 is Daniel Everly. Starting P3 is Stanley Hill. Good qualify for him. And starting P4, Robert Rambo. Very good for him. Like seeing him up there, one of our rookies. P5, Nathan Murray. P6 is Josh Revel, driver of Anthony Hall, is replacing him tonight. P7 is Brad Dorr. P8 is Brandon Dayhoff. P9 is Mason Connell. 2 seasons ago, Rookie of the Year. P10 is KT McCann, doing very well in points as well. Sean Hughes in P11. P12 is KLD's. P13 is Mike Kufel. Good qualify here. And P14 is Kean Fry. Upcoming, definitely a top contender, I would say. Chris Romano in P15, our points leader. P16 is Chad Bass in 38, one of our points top 5 as well. Justin Nava in 17th. Nick DeTraglia in 18th. We have Lucas Bray in 19th. Thad Miller in 20th, driving for Donovan Kliss tonight. 21 is James Tate. P22 is Todd Wagneld. P23 is David Wales. And P24 is James Bolka. He is driving for John Feely. P25, Gregory Vadnais. And 26th is Reno Connor. P27th is Chris Bargetzi. And P28 is Reggie Harris. Look at all the FTR right by each other there. P29 is Shane Johnson. P30 is Andre Carvalho. And P31 is Chris Weiniger. And P32 is Bailey Walker. P33 is Sean McLean. And P34 is Danny Gross. P35 is Joe Hudson. P36 is Ryan Seabolt. P37 is Dylan McLean. And P38 is Corey Moore. In 39th, we have James Edwards Jr. In P40, we have Dustin Bloodworth, winner of last week. In P41, we have Quinn McLean. And in 42nd, we have Kyle Rogers. And that is your starting grid for tonight.
Great job, sir. Got it in and got it done. That's long-winded. 42 drivers. This truck series, very popular for us. And I think we got a good one going for us tonight.
I'm going to say okay to that. As you can see, our championship 5 over there where they all qualified. Romano is 16th, Bass is 15th, McCann is 9th, Thad Miller, Donovan Kliss is P20th, and Chris Weiniger, 5th in points, is 32nd. Kind of surprised by that, to be honest with you.
Pace car is off, and here we go. We are racing. Bobby Grady taking him. Daniel Everly high on the outside. Oh, we already got a wreck. The 95 trucks around. I did not see what happened there.
Yeah, somebody on the restart, just a little checkup, it looks like, but we will check that back. Oh, Mike Kufel right off the bat has a meatball flag. That's a shame for him. Must have been some pretty good contact there.
Yeah, I need to see what happened
95 here. KT gets spun. I don't know if KLD's I don't know if KT checked up. KLD's got it back of him, or KLD's was just trying to go a little bit, but it's right on KLD's and KT McCann. Man, I am getting man, these truck numbers are starting to learn them already here. Let's find out. No, I would say it was kind of on KT or the guy in front of him there. So
is that 51 truck? Is that a?
I can't quite see who that is. Oh,
Brandon Dayoff. Did Brandon Dayoff kind of check up a little bit?
Well, it could have been a checkup behind him. Let's.
It was just kind of a accordion effect. They're starting with the 69 truck, I think.
Yeah, Dayoff just kind of looked like he surged ahead, then had to brake check on Anthony Hall. He surged on Anthony Hall and had to brake check there, and kind of caused that whole stack up there, unfortunately. Oh, actually, it was Anthony Hall that surged and had to stop. So ultimately, I think that was all in all the result of Anthony Hall there gassing it and having to check up there. which again creates a huge accordion effect, as everybody could see there, and as we watch the melee ensue. Chris gets turn 2. Not sure how Mike got a meatball though. Oh yeah, he hits the wall pretty good. Just a innocent bystander here, and Mike, and hopefully he gets her going, and he almost made it around. Yeah, he's carrying too much speed. Yeah, and just noses it right into the wall. It's going to have to get a toe there. How's it looking on your race control in there?
All right, we got these guys too wide again. Let's see if we can get off to a decent start here. Little hiccups. Sunday afternoon hiccup.
Oh yeah. How was the race control end? Was it all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Have a little assistance there from the old 99.
Oh, okay. Well, good deal. Glad to see he's up in here taking care of things too. That's awesome as we get ready to go green again here. Bobby Grady out front there.
Yeah, he got a good jump, just like he wanted there. Be able to go get out single file and run the line he wants. Use the whole track. The 83 does have a pretty good run on the bottom with Everly right behind Bobby. Oh, whoa, oh no!
Oh no, Rambo! Oh, really hard in the wall. I was just about to say something for him. Our camera was on him.
Yeah,
of course, maybe a broadcaster's curse there.
and
I was
Nathan
really
Murray
hoping
as
for
well.
him because he was, he's one of our rookies here, and maybe he made a rookie mistake. I guess we'll find out.
He's up. So yeah, 69 is up on the top line.
Yeah, watching 69 house, Stanley Hill. Oh, it does look like Murray does kind of come up a little bit. I mean, Rambo seems like he's holding fine. That's kind of a mutual thing right there. Rambo did come down a little bit as Nathan is coming up, and that's just one of those things where, that is a pure racing incident. When they're kind of both at fault, you really can't.
I think 69, yeah, Rambo's probably fixated on the 83 in front of him coming up a little bit, and he probably loses a tad bit of sight of the truck below him because it's nothing egregious or crazy. It's just a slight drift down as the 47's coming up just slightly at the same time with the natural progression of the track.
Yeah, that is a darn shame.
Yeah, because Rambo took a huge hit there. Well, Bobby Grady, our leader, has our fastest lap of 43.53. Goes to show you we have yet to do a full lap. Under.
I'm surprised it's not a minute 20.
Well, that lap was a minute 23, so. See if we can get them started, get them going. Well,
yeah, I say you grab someone because it seems like the curse of Michigan is just going to keep on. So if you want to grab someone, maybe middle of the pack, see what they get. Heck, maybe one of the McLeans. They're actually in chat. Maybe we get to talk to them.
Joe Hudson, you're up here in the booth with Sean and Bryce. Been a little bit of a rough start. What are you feeling? What are you seeing? What's caused these issues so far today, sir?
I don't know. These trucks, you run pretty much wide open around through here. They're very comfortable, probably a little easy to drive. Just guys make a little mistake, get a little aggressive on the start, and just it's going to be a tight race regardless. That draft keeps everybody close together, so maybe we can get rolling here and get a few laps going here.
Well, let's hope so, Joe. We know you have the potential to race pretty good. You had a tough start to the race with the penalty, but we'll look to see what you could do the rest of the night. Hopefully we can get some good green flag racing here. So appreciate you getting up here in the booth and giving us something to talk about. Let's see if we can get this race going, good sir.
Yeah, well, at least we got the penalty cleared, so now we can just ride. And, these with the fast repair, a lot of guys will wear that thing out, and then we can go race in the last half of the race. So thank you guys, HVRL, for putting the race on, and I hope it's a good race for everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. Have a good race, bud. Joe Hudson there in the 23 truck.
Yeah, so what do you feel about Chris's qualifying back in P32?
It's tough to say on what's going on with Robert Rambo there.
Oh, it looks like he's catching up.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was looking at Romano. He's at the back.
Yeah, Rambo's letting everybody pass him. That's what's going on there. In terms of, it's tough to say. I mean,
he might there might be some blacks that might need to be cleared here.
Yeah, we'll take a look.
Because he's out to the side there.
McLean.
Yeah. I don't see any others popping up, so it might be all there. But Bobby Grady out front. Shortly behind him is Stanley Hill, and we got a good battle, Daniel Everly and Anthony Hall. As Stanley Hill is going to make a move for the inside there, see if he can get a run on Bobby. Stanley Hill is getting a run. You have to watch out with that draft because you could go in a little too tight like Daniel Everly just did right there, and you see he slid up, and good thing Bobby had a run because you go in, you get in that draft, you go in and when you're practicing and you're just carrying way too.
Oh, 86. Oh man, that's gonna just absolutely destroy his truck.
He's probably gonna need that clear. Might as well go ahead and clear that right now.
Still green. Yeah. He's got a.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 24 just came straight down on. Oh, my. Yeah, 24 just came straight down on
86.
Bobby there, and Bobby just T-boned that wall. But back to the front here. So we see, let's see, Anthony Hall's roof cam here is like a pretty good show here. Bobby back-to-back fastest laps of the race here. Looks like Stanley Hill again is looking on the inside, but Bobby's determined to kind of stick with that middle to high line. Seems like that's working for him there.
James Edwards set our fastest lap of a 39.75. That's almost pole.
Now James Bolka just did it. Wait, did you mean Bolka? Now Reno just did it.
Edwards. 39.75.
Edwards, yep. Now Edwards to it. Dylan McLean now with the fastest lap.
Bobby's liking that high line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brandon Dayoff all of a sudden in second place. He got
looks like third now, but there we go, second. Sorry, I wasn't really live there. Calling the race about a minute behind, I think I was.
It happens. Daniel Everly is falling off a little bit. That could be strategic, or it just could be the line, lack of pace, whatever, but Daniel will be just fine.
Our Teal Blues over there in the tower is all of our rookies this season. As you can see, it looks like our top ranked rookie right now is out of the top 10, and once that rotates back, now it's McLean. Now he just reached into 10th, David Wells in 15th, and Harris in 16th.
Brandon Dayoff did pass Bobby for the lead, and then we've got
we have a wreck back here with Mike Kufel.
Yeah, bad accident. I think Kufel was just
Yep, that's second for Mike Kufel, and already by lap what lap are we on here? About lap 13. I think these guys might pit now. I don't know. I don't think they could still make it.
But Mike was just a product of coming up on the trucks that were spinning, but it doesn't help him because, like you said, he probably already used his fast repair,
which is a 95 there in KT McCann, which we are actually on already. So
Kel Deese that goes 3 wide. It looks like he tries to split, and he just, as he gets in between KT and the 41 of Bergazzi, looks like his truck gets a little loose as he starts to go up the track, and he just gets into the 41.
Yeah, Romano takes good evasive action there. He sees that, and he's like, nope. And Mike just has nowhere to go. Maybe not. If that's all he got, a little bit more. Ooh, got a wall hit. Yeah, he's definitely going to have a little bit of damage there. Yeah, I'm really curious if, I mean, there's not really room there. I don't know why we're trying to squeeze that, but.
That's this track with the grip and the speed.
Yeah, there's just, I mean, I would definitely want to pick another time there as he gets sideways, as he gets to the side of KT McCann there. Yeah, just kind of drifts up and Bergazzi come down just a little bit. Looks like Andre does get our lucky dog. Yeah, KT's truck is pretty banged up. I'm looking about Mike Kufel. It looks like he's getting some tires changed right now. Probably got some fuel. He's going to sit there. The good thing is you can probably get a lot of damage done. And it looks like Bobby probably came in too as well.
Yeah, Bobby pit for fuel. Well, actually, only 6 trucks are out on track did not pit of the top 10. Sorry, the top 6 trucks have not pit. Nava, Anthony Hall, and James Bolka, 1 through 3, have are still out there after 14 laps. Mason Connell's 8 laps, Chris Romano, Joe Hetson 7 laps, and then Bobby, Brandon, Stanley, and Brad all just went in the pit. So
yeah, it looks like our top 3 didn't pit. The 4th through 12th only got fuel only whenever they pit. Then 2 tires for James Tate and 2 tires for David Wells.
So Bobby and those guys possibly could complete the stage if they get more caution laps for sure, because we get about 19 laps of fuel. Stage is at 35. We're on lap 16 now, so it's going to be close. Just depends on how many green flag laps we get here.
Yeah, 19. Yeah. So I mean, we're on lap 15. They should be able to make it if they all filled up here. So I'm curious on Nava and them of when, and Nava and them never pit yet. So those front 3 are still going to have to pit. The other guys maybe don't have to. As you can see, the driver's making the repairs. The most repairs is Mike Duffel at 4 minutes, Andre at 3:45, Robert Rambo at 2.5, and Sean Hughes at 2 minutes there.
So we have lined up double file here. Get to going green here pretty soon. This pace car ducks off. Justin Nava will have control of the field with Anthony Hall on the outside of him. Just a matter of if it can stay green, how many more laps those guys have until they have to go back, until they have to pit and fuel up.
Yeah, this fuel gauge won't be right because we had so many yellows, but I'm thinking they could get 19. They can probably get up to 25, 26, right?
I was going to say 24 or 25 probably, yeah. I think that's fair.
So that does have Bobby around 8, so he just needs to take his time.
Nava gets off to a good start, as you would expect.
Yeah, we do. We got Anthony Hall. They raced together since season 2. Should be pretty good battles here. 2 really fast guys there up front. I'm looking for a good race on Nava. I would love to see Nava win. I don't believe Nava has ever won. Do you recall?
Oh man, I'm trying to think if he's won. I can't recall. I know him and I were battling at Watkins Glen, and then he got into an incident that took him out of the race, but I can't recall him winning, no.
Look at who's going for the lead right here. You won't believe it.
Who is that right behind him?
That's Joe Hudson.
It is Joe Hudson. Yeah, we know Joe's got pace. Joe started out with the drive-through penalty, so
yeah, drive-through penalty. He got caught in couple of those little wrecks or scratches there, and here he is up in P3.
Yeah, we just pulled him in the booth.
Here's Romano started way at the back as well. Let me pull up the
driver info.
No,
the 52 and the 99 to 52 is spinning in the grass, able to keep it.
Corey Moore went through the pits.
Gonna probably have to clear that for Corey.
Yep.
I'm assuming. Yep.
We'll try to see what happened there. It's a big track. It was big.
A little door-to-door action, maybe.
Seabolt just kind of came across his tailgate. It was kind of on Seabolt that he just comes down and collects Corey Moore, unfortunately.
I know Romano hasn't pit for a little bit, so that's helped him move up the field a little bit. But
yeah,
you heard him earlier.
Lap 7, so I don't think he'll be able to make it either. But
yeah, but you heard him earlier. He just didn't have the pace, and he wasn't sure. But we knew as the race would go on, he'd find a way to get up here. So right now it looks good for him, unless this stays green and he's got to take a green flag pit stop. That'll be a little tough to the end of the stage.
Yeah, Chris Romano out to the lead now. Crossover by a Nava there. See if he can get a run and get at the stick, yeah. Our points leader, he's definitely going to be hard to beat.
Romano just set his fastest lap at 39.68 there.
Well, when Nava's out front, when Nava stays out of trouble, he kind of has the Bobby Grady thing. You know, Nava's really hard to beat. So, but
Yeah,
he's just got to put it all together, which I don't think he has.
Nava has pace. I mean, his biggest thing is beating himself. He had the VIR race one in our road course probably if he just, but on his pit stop messed it up and allowed me to get a pretty easy victory because he just, you know, his pit stop. But he was fast that night. He was throwing that McLaren all over VIR, and I've raced against him at Watkins Glen, and he was fast that night. And if he can put it together and do it for the entire race, would not be surprising for Justin Nava to get a victory here in the HVRL Truck Series this season.
Let's look at our fastest five-lap average. Lucas Bray, KLD's, Chris Romano, James Edwards, and Joe Hudson are our fastest 5-lap average of the last 5. The fastest lap was Daniel Everly and Chris Romano. Go ahead.
Speaking of Justin Nava, he is 22 laps on his fuel currently.
Oh.
These trucks are starting to fan out across the track a little bit. They're stretching the field out. So we're spread out pretty good. This thing might stay green, and that's going to put Nava in a tough spot, possibly for fuel.
What was the black flag issued for Mike Caffell here?
Oh, I do not know.
I think maybe speeding out of the pits. Maybe he's just this is not his day.
It happens. It definitely happens.
So we only have 12 to go in stage here. I'm sure Justin Nava is
we are 4 wide.
Penalty. Oh, there we go.
Justin Nava's pitting. Whew.
Chris and somebody else got into it sideways. Can't quite catch who that was.
Him and Stanley Hill. They're talking it out over comms.
I'm sure that talk was great.
Chris Romano out to a substantial lead. The problem for him is
coming in the pit right now.
17 laps since he pit, whereas you got like the other guys are 10 laps.
Yeah, I don't think Romano's going to be able to hang up. I mean, he is doing good, and I know he'll come back and be up there. He's not going to. I don't think he's going to be able to stay with it and stay out there for that. As you see, he's on 17 laps.
But going back to what we were talking about in the pre-race
him and
conversation
Hudson.
with him, right? He just said he couldn't find the pace, but we figured he would find it during the race. And I mean, you see he's out to a second lead now, so he's found something.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Connell's on 19 himself. Someone's going into the pits there. Yeah, so we're going to be seeing a lot dive off here.
We got some good
for
green
David
flag.
Wells. Anthony Hall's in the pits right now.
We're 11 laps on this green flag run here. These guys are kind of there it is. That is a winner for Mr. Chris Romano and Joe Hudson for sure.
Looks like Mike Phil went off track.
Granted, that's going to cycle. That's going to still
old.
cycle them back because this really helps the Bobby Grady's and the.
That was David Wells there. Let's see what happens. It looks like he's coming back on the track here. Oh, looks like he pulled it over just to reset, but we really got to try to make that around. Because that just because that just did a caution. That shouldn't have been a caution. Looks like, yeah, he come out past the yellow or the blue cone there and just pulled it over and kind of parked and reset as quick as he could. He did try to do that, but unfortunately him just stopping right there did cause a caution. So we are in lap 26 here. Our stage is, I believe, what was that? 35, right? So we should have about 7-lap shootout. And that's just going to help Romano out for sure. That's going to put him to the end of the field. But
Yeah, it's really what Bobby Grady, Dylan McClain needed, and then you got Brandon Dayoff, Lucas Bray, Kel
you
Deese,
do have a
Daniel
lot of
Everly,
guys coming
Chris
in.
Weiner. But Bobby Grady and these guys here that are 12 laps since they pit, they can coast, shut off. This really will help them probably get to the end of the stage. It's still going to be tight, I think, if it goes green and stays green, coming back around after the stage to get to their pit box. So that's something that's probably a decent chance of coming into play as well. Because there'll be 21, 22 laps total by the time they get to their pit box.
Right. Yep.
So you've got Dylan McClain will have control of the field with Bobby Grady on the outside. And then Brandon Dayoff in third, Daniel Everly fourth. Chris Weiniger fifth, Bailey Walker sixth, Brad Dorr seventh, James Edwards eighth, Stanley Hill ninth, and Sean McClain 10th. All of which are 13 laps on this stint of fuel. 19 laps is what they're getting under full race pace about. And they have 7 laps to the end of stage because it's through the end of lap 35. So, lined up double file here. Pace car taking these guys around one more time. Pace car will duck off, and then Dylan McClain will have control of the field, and we'll see how this restart is, and see if we can finish here.
Yep, it
strong
should be
for the
about
end of stage 1.
Yep, should be about 7 laps. And then look at that. Looks like Chris Weiniger is up 26 spots in the P5, looking at getting some decent stage points. Dylan McClain up 36. I believe he is our biggest mover as he is leading right now.
It just goes to show you race pace and qualifying pace.
Mike Kufel is our repaired leader at 11.5 minutes. Not something you want to be on top of the leaderboard with. But, yeah, all these guys are on 14 laps since they last pit. They got 7 left, had a couple cautions, so they should definitely be able to make it.
Yeah, and the pace car's off. Dylan McClain's got control of the field. Let's see how this goes.
Everything looks good behind him. See what Dayoff and Grady are going to do. You got Chris, you got Everly. I mean, you got Dorr. I mean, you got some fast guys chasing here.
I mean, for Dylan, that's exactly what he wants to see, is these guys too wide. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. Bobby Grady with a heck of a move to be able to separate himself a little bit from Brandon. Let's see if he can hold it here coming off of 4. Brandon's going to have a little bit of a run, so they're going to be battling too wide again. Dylan should have a decent advantage here, being able to use the whole track. Let's see if he does it.
Dylan coming up from ARCA, we knew had the ability to maybe be fast here in the truck series, but putting it all together and staying clean, as we see Everly working with Bobby to try to give him a little bit of a draft. Chris Weiniger is right behind him. As Day off sliding up the track a little bit.
Bobby Grady choosing to use that high line. See if he gets the run here. Gets a little bit of speed for the front stretch.
I don't know. I think the tires are wearing just a little bit, so I think over time that high side's gonna wear out.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh. Will we get to go back to green, you think? We're at, what, 32?
Yeah, that's still a chance for a lap there because it's through the end of 35.
We have to make the call right now, like, quickly, because we're not going to throw another caution if that's it. If it, you know what I mean? If it's one lap.
You call it?
I don't know. What do you want to do? We're at lap, we're on lap
33, 34. Let's call it.
Okay, tell them that will be the stage caution. But the points will still be awarded at the completion of 35. There we go. Happens again. I don't think we can get a good race. We keep having our stage at 35. I don't think we can get a shootout there, so we're not going to throw a caution. So we're going to make this our stage caution. Again, these guys just got to stay clean for these stages. And we can finally get some good racing here. But let's go see what that was. Dustin Bloodworth and Lucas Bray may have gotten into it a little bit here.
All right, everybody, it is very clear that that is the stage caution, but stage points will be awarded at the end of lap 35.
There it is. Awesome as always, sir. It looks like Vadnais and Bray. Vadnais looks like he gets loose and is about to come down into McLean and really lets off there.
This
But
track's
then-
a lot of fun, but man, do we struggle sometimes to put a good race?
Man, it is. It looks like he drifts up into Bray, and Bray does kind of come down a little bit. He tries to save it, overcorrects, hits the wall, collects Bloodworth, and then Mason Connell comes up and tags Bloodworth. Pretty good. Probably not much you can do with that. But we'll take a look at Bloodworth.
We ran 75 green flag laps on Bristol, yet we can't put together a good clean race.
It's here, man. Ooh, Mason Connell with the black flag, though. As we were watching Mason Connell and Justin Alvo with the black flag.
Ooh, speeding on the pits, maybe?
Oh, he's trying to stay off the wall. Mason Connell just hit it there. It's got to be because they're in there for a hold right now. Doesn't look like they're moving. Looks like Sean Hughes is probably getting some repair, but yeah, Nava and Connell aren't moving, which is a good thing this happens during a caution because they'll be able to get out of there. So, what did we see? Did Dayhoff go in, or is he staying out for stage points? I didn't.
Dayoff is staying out, and he's 19 laps.
Ooh, okay, so he is going full on stage points. So is Sean McLean. Those are the only two that have stayed out, it looks like. Some of the other ones pit last time, like Reno, Chris Bargetzi, Todd Weingold. Because they pit the last caution, they up themselves into getting on a good 15-lap run here until they have to pit.
Yeah, but Dayoff is really stretching. He's 20 laps, him and McLean, since they pit last. So if this thing goes green and stays green for, I mean, any length of time, they're going to be, let's see. I mean, with the amount of cautions, I guess it's fine. It's probably worth the gamble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm curious, where are Championship 5? See, Romano in P2 is leader of our points, so it looks like he's going to look at some Bass is in 22nd, second in points. KT is in 32nd. Thad Miller driving for Kliss is in 25, and Chris Weiniger is in 14th in P5. So could be quite a bit of shakeup here at the end of this if they kind of end like that. Which we've seen a shakeup from Daytona to I forget where we raced last week or 2 weeks ago.
Well, and here we are. We're going green right at the end of lap 35. So I believe that was the right call, sir. I know it makes it a little challenging at times. Is what's the right decision? But here we go. Brandon Dayoff, winner of stage 1. Chris Romano second. Kel Deese third.
Yep, sure is. So they stayed out and got the stage points. So that's good for him.
See if these guys can keep it clean with the cold tires, because you know some of these guys took tires. So let's see how they do here coming off of 2. Okay,
Well, Chris
so
Romano
far still
isn't
good.
wasting any time. Dayoff's going to have to get down low, I bet you, within 2 or 3 laps.
And McLean's already pitting, so that goes to tell you that Dayoff's going to have to back out if he wants that lower line. Maybe Dayoff's going to stay out another lap. He's going to hope for a caution.
That's all you can do is just hope for a caution here.
Yeah, he's gonna have to find a way, though, if this stays green, to shuffle down. He's got trucks behind him, trucks below him.
Ooh, 3
he's
wide
up high.
back there and about
Yeah.
10th or 11th there. Right behind Chris Weiniger, looks like Murray, the Traglia, Door. 2 of those guys already been involved in the wreck. I'm not sure that's people I want to go with 3 wide with.
Romano sure has found some pace overall just across HVRL. He did win our road series race.
Man, he did. I didn't see that coming.
Road Atlanta. I was happy. He's my teammate. We've got all 3 wins so far, so.
Well, nobody cares
happy
about that, Mr. Tucker. This is
an
the Oval family here.
Yeah, but just speaking to Romano's pace overall, he got Rookie of the Year, came from the ARCA series, had a great season last year in trucks, and oh, there we go.
Here
We've
go
got
with another caution.
Traglia, maybe.
I'm not really seeing anybody really falling. Maybe.
Rambo.
Yeah, definitely the Traglia. Looks like he might have been the only one falling there. Did Dayoff stay out, or did Dayoff just pit?
I think Dayoff had just pit.
It's okay, because he's not going to go a lap down, and he's going to get to catch the field in the draft. So, yeah.
Oh, 69 comes up just a little bit on 70. Oh, 69 went for a ride. Man, I don't know if you have time to see that. Man, let's go cockpit.
Well, I'm trying to watch the Traglia right here.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, 14. It looks like Kian kind of comes up on the Traglia, but he's also getting squeezed by Vadnais there. So Kian really doesn't have much of a choice to avoid that contact. It just happens the Traglia was there.
If you want to give the viewers a show, you get in the cockpit of that 69 truck, and
I sure will as soon as we're done watching this replay with the Traglia here. Ooh, he just stays off the wall there, so that's awesome. Oh my goodness. That calls for a roof cam view here. Man, and you know, weirdly enough, not a meatball.
He probably didn't get a ton of damage either.
I don't think he slowed down to more than 50 miles an hour, so. Looks like Andre Carvalho has the lucky dog.
I will be right back real quick, sir. Kel Deese does have our fastest lap of a 39.45. Yep. Just something to talk about real quick.
Robert Rambo, you up here in the booth with Sean Happick and Bryce Tucker. How was that ride you had there, buddy?
It was a ride, that's for sure.
Oh man, kind of bad luck after a good qualifying and a good start to the race. You got caught up in that first little deal, and then now this one. Are you gonna be able to get back out there?
Yeah, I got like 30 seconds of damage here. I'm gonna get out there and just salvage what I can. That last one I think was a little bit my fault. I came up, but you know, I'm just trying here.
Well, trying's all we require, man. Yep.
Yes,
Just
sir.
get out there and try to get a good, strong finish, and I'll put you down there back in where we at? Full tilt racing?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you, buddy.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye. It's Robert Rambo. Where that was doing some flips there. Definitely not one of our better races. Kind of on par for Michigan for what we have here. It's just Michigan, man. I don't know what else to say.
All right. Back before green flag racing.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about that Michigan bug. It seems like it's striking again, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely not what these guys needed going into the IPL, you know.
Yeah, it's might be a rough week for him over the next 6 days after today.
For sure. As we where are we looking at that we're going next week here?
Let's take a look.
Well, I know it's 4th of July weekend, so we're off next week. So it'd be 2 weeks from now.
We have Nashville.
Oh my goodness, back to back. That was our worst race in the history of HVRL. We're looking to bounce back from that one. That was in season 2. As we get ready to go green here, yeah, Chris Mono has the field as he comes to the restart zone. Yep, looks like he goes about 40% of the restart zone. Gets a pretty good jump there. KLD's on the outside. Trying to stay with him. Get a little bit of help from Dylan McLean there. So we're 3 wide for P3.
3 wide there. Yeah, I don't know if I would do that but the 2.
Bobby had some invasive maneuvers there, going 3 wide. It's going to lose him a few positions. Bobby has a fast truck. No reason to push it 3 wide. Just wait for these guys to make a mistake. As far as fuel goes, though, it looks like Romano's going to have our lowest amount of fuel.
Yeah, him
and Hall.
Our top 3. Keldis.
Yep. After that, those guys can probably make it another, looks like 5 or 6 laps beyond these guys. So I'm really hoping we get some green flag running here.
Yeah, throw in some strategy and some green flag pit stops.
Fastest lap though, Lucas Bray.
Wow. Track is ramping up, and then these guys got a little bit of a toe as well. That definitely helps.
No static view today, it looks like, though.
What is the fastest lap on this track for HVRL?
Well, it was Bryce Fontaine in season. I have it right here. Bryce Fontaine in season 1, 39.123.
Okay, so they got a ways to go.
Yep, we're at a 39.3 right now, so they're about two tenths off.
It's a good sized field of trucks when you're able to see most of them in frame like that. we're 3 wide here with Daniel Everly in between Bobby Grady and the Lucas Bray 57 truck. Daniel backs out just a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like we're 3 wide for third as well. Oh, looks like they cleaned it up a little bit.
Ooh, Chris got a little loose there coming off too, but he was able to keep it under control. A couple of K&W trucks there making a move up towards the front. Well, Bobby's been up towards the front all night, but Chris has gotten loose twice now coming off of
3 wide with Stanley Hill, Dorr, and Edwards there. Yeah, this pack racing is able just to keep everybody really close here.
You just want to be careful. You get those rear tires loose too many times within a lap or two, and it's just hard to recover to get the temps out of them.
Oh no, you think these guys are clean enough?
I don't know, they're pretty wide now. We have 3 wide. Bobby right behind that 3 wide.
Always going to be 3 wide. I need to know when to do it. Crank it up.
Let's do it.
Do you feel it? You sure?
Yep.
All right, you heard it from Bryce there. Let's do it. Crank it up then.
Oh my gosh. As the 57 and the 05.
Let's not do it. Crank it up right now.
Yeah, I literally saw it happening right when I think the 57. It's tough to.
Well, I know Anthony Hall was involved in here, so we will check that out. That's what it's saying. Oh, yeah. Everly, Bray, and Hall are just super close to each other. Yeah, Bray comes down and gets into Hall there.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of room, but, I mean, sometimes those things you just really need to back out. Maybe not too much damage if he gets it right there. Okay, probably not too bad for Anthony Hall there.
There it is, turn 2, man. You get 3 wide, truck sliding up the track. Yeah, it's tough. Well, Chris Romano wins on that as he was 21 laps since pitting. Well, we're going to be lap 50 of 88 here as these guys go through. I would like to see us stay green, so, you know, some green flag pit stops come into play. And
Stanley Hill, I do have to watch his. See a lot of people pitting. I do have to watch Stanley Hill's cockpit view here because he did a great job at missing all that and barely missed anything. A lot of changing going on right now with all the pit stops. But if I could find Stanley Hill with
number.
Oh, everything keeps moving. There we go. Let's watch this real quick. Watch him avoid everything here. Woo! Yeah, definitely got lucky there. All these guys coming out of the pits. Dylan McLean gets out first. Daniel Everly, involved in that, was able to get in and get out second. I'm kind of curious to see what they did. Check repairs. Still about the same amount of repairs. Let's see the pit stop stats. Fuel only for Dylan McLean, Daniel Everly, and Kean Fry. Looks like 2 tires for Murray in P4. And Ramado, Grady, Cale Dees, Chris Weiniger. 4 tires there.
Yes, sir. Our top 10 currently is Dylan McLean, Daniel Everly, Kean Fry, Nathan Murray, Chris Romano, Bobby Grady, Cale Dees, Stanley Hill, Chris Weiniger, and Brandon Dayhoff.
Pretty decent top 10 there, I'd say.
Yeah, we've seen Dylan McLean lead. we know what Daniel Everly can do. He's been up towards the front the whole race. Kean Fry got a win or two last season. He got 2 wins last season, didn't he? I think he did. No, he got 1 for sure. Nathan Murray's been pretty consistent. Obviously, Chris Romano, Bobby Grady. Not surprised to see him up towards the front. Just a matter if he can keep it together here the last 36, 37 laps. Kel Deese, I picked as a dark horse for this season before the season started. Stanley Hill.
Did you? I don't know if I believe that, sir.
It's
Is it on the podcast?
it's in our admin chat.
Nah, I'll delete all that. I don't believe that's true. Has to be on the podcast for it to count.
Okay, it might be on the podcast too. So you heard it here, drivers. Maybe we might have video evidence. But with Brandon Dayhoff and then Chris Weiniger, these guys can keep it clean. I'd like to see how these top 20 trucks do here.
Yeah, I would definitely love to see some green flag running here. I don't think we've had more than, 8 laps maybe?
Yeah.
As far as our rookies so far, Dylan McLean is leading the field. Black flag for Shane Johnson for some reason. Other than that, he's the only rookie to really note in the top half of the field. Dylan McLean out front, Kean Fry, Chris Romano, Everly
Chris
there,
Romano.
right behind.
Yeah, Chris Romano has been running that low line, using that paint down there to give him a little extra grip. It's worked for him so far. I see if he gets a good run here and if he can get out to the lead. He's found good race pace tonight.
Well, Mira Romano, Weiniger, and who else took those 4 tires? Oh, Grady, I believe. So look for those guys when these tires get up to temp to maybe start making a little bit of ground, even though this is kind of more pack racing. Tires do matter a decent amount here. Is in full on like Talladega. Oh, somebody comes down right there.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
back up, down. That's going to be
Oh
another
my.
wreck there. Yeah, that was all of him there. Yeah, it was all, it looked like Lucas Gray. Just kind of bouncing back and forth there from what it looked like. But of course, we always have to take a closer look at it here. Not Lucas Gray. I'm sorry, Lucas Gray. There you go. That truck. That's what I meant. Bailey Walker.
Oof.
Watch this. Stanley Hill just keeps being a magnet there. As Lucas Gray just self-clears himself. Just think he's alone on the track. Comes up. I don't. Looks like they get stopped. Gets them pushed aside. Other than that, that should have been about all that was involved in that. So not too much damage there.
It's almost like Bailey got fixated on the trucks in front of him getting into each other a little bit, and he just kept kind of drifting up. He just kept using the track to go up. I know Kel Deese kind of came down on KT in front of him, and maybe he just was so focused on that he lost sight of who was next to him. That's still,
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Hey, why don't you go and grab Dylan McLean up here?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, maybe we'll give him a talking to.
Let's find Mr. Dylan McLean. Should just say McLean family, doesn't it? There it is. Dylan McClain, you're up here in the booth with Bryce and Sean. You've had a heck of a race so far. How's it playing out? Strategy for these last 30 plus laps, all that good stuff.
We're gonna see where everyone's at with tires. I've not really used any. Romano, I think, and I are on opposite paths of what tires we're using. Now we're all kind of the same fuel plan. We'll just have to see. It's been pretty aggressive up front, but pretty interesting so far. I've had fun.
You haven't used any tires yet, or just
No,
one
I've
set?
used one set. One set.
Okay. Yeah. So, but you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah, you've had good pace all night. Romano obviously always has pace. You've got guys like Daniel Everly around you, and Chris and Bobby and some of those guys that have done it for a long time. So any strategy over these next 30 laps or so?
Just gonna try to keep her clean. Stay with the guy in front of me I'm drafting with, and maybe get a big run and see if we can pull something off here to try to get a good finish.
As the race has gone on, have you picked anything up like, oh, this works, let me do this, I'm going to do this instead?
Well,
Have you found anything?
I've noticed that if you're, let's say, 5th through 10th, and you're on the inside, it's very hard to get a run. So the higher lanes definitely got an advantage. Yeah, if you can stay in that high lane and get a run and just kind of work together. Usually the inside lane gets loose because the air from the outside car makes the inside car loose. So, yeah, that's all I've really learned so far.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's Smoke Train Racing, right? Is your team?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get you back down there. Thanks for coming up in the booth and having a conversation with us. Good luck tonight, and heck of a race so far for you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
There you have it, Dylan McClain in the 2 truck in the 2nd place. So the 2's in 2nd and having a great night so far.
Definitely having a good night. I'm not sure where he is in points, but speaking of points, let's check out our championship 5 there, where they stand. Romano in P1, really going to separate himself after the look of this top 5. Chad Bass in 15th, KT McCann in 32nd, and a replacement for Donovan Cliss Miller in P29. Chris Weiniger in P5, so if it stays just like this, Chris can move up and Romano will extend his lead.
As the pace car ducks off, Chris Romano is going to take us racing here.
Kian tries to time that well. Unfortunately, was just off just a little bit. Kind of going to check up the bottom line just a little bit.
If we watch here, Romano, I think, is going to use the majority of the track as he does.
Yeah, he does going to keep that really low and really get those rest of those guys in that dirty air.
Oh, we've got the 17 and trying to.
There's someone backwards there.
A 55.
Yeah, it's just these little incidents. I mean, quite a bit of them aren't amounting to much, but they're just clearing themselves and being a little bit too aggressive. Let's try to find a groove. I mean, nobody can get a groove right now. Everybody's just.
Reno had a run and he just.
Let's see, Todd.
Let's see.
Yeah, Reno there in the 17th has a really good run, and it looks like Todd just comes up on him. I mean, yep, that's all there's to that right there. He's probably not expecting Reno to have that good of a run there, and Todd just came up. Didn't know he probably was such a speed difference and had such a good run there. Other than that, I think it was just really those two involved, so. Tell you who will get up there.
Sorry, I had to step away for a split second.
No problem. Do you dare? I know who has plenty of time to talk if you want to get him up here. Is the old Mike Kufel.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull him up here. K&W. Mike Cavell, you're up here in the booth with Bryce and Sean. It was a rough start for you. It's been a tough race. Little insight to what's going on tonight.
Yeah, just a lot of stuff. I wish would have got cleaned up a little bit sooner, but as I saw the first 3 incidents I got caught up in, so I fast repairs gone and had to use 7 minutes of repairs as well. But I'm just logging some laps, getting used to some of the new guys that I'm around this season. So just trying to just get my learn on since I'm not going to be competitive in this one.
Well, this track, we've had troubles with it in the past. It's so fast. Trucks feel like they have so much grip, and everybody just tries to take up every inch and maybe squeeze in places they shouldn't or whatever. We were hoping that it would be a little less cautions tonight, but here we are.
I vote to strike Michigan from our schedule next season.
You know, before tonight, I would have said, no, we can handle it. But after tonight, yeah, I think I'm going to second that nomination right there. If we could put Talladega a second time on here, and we'll call it good.
How do we know you would say something like that?
Well, might as well add iRacing Super Speedway at it, too.
There we go. You see, that does a fair compromise.
How many laps down are you right now, sir?
12.
Oof.
Well, at this rate, who knows?
Yeah, right? So it's ticking down to when it's going to be my turn to start getting some of these wave around. So won't say it's impossible, but it's not looking great.
I say for entertainment, we could just leave you in the booth with us as the race goes on, but then we might have some choice words that we don't want on the broadcast. So
that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh yeah, that would be fun to do a little in-race commentary, but the way it's been back here, it might not be family viewing.
Well, thanks for coming up here. Good luck for the rest of the race. Stick it out, and thanks for helping us out, Mike.
Anytime, guys. Hopefully it's going good for y'all up there. Enjoy it.
All right, have a good night, sir. There you have it, Mike Kufel in the 9 truck, sitting at the back a little bit right now. It was a rough night, kind of got caught up in some stuff early, and
man, I've had some nights like that, and I'll tell you what, there's nothing more aggravating and scary than getting your fast repair gone on lap 0.5.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we got Chris Romano going to take up green flag racing again, lap 60. About to start 61 of 88. See what we can do here.
Yeah, I really want to see some green flag runs here, man. Come on, guys.
We had a little stretch there.
We only have 28 to go here. 19 on field. These guys are on about 3 to 5 laps. So we're going to have a good...
These top 10 are all 11 laps since they pit last.
Lap 49. Yeah. So, 11. Okay. Yeah. So they're going to have to take it all the way down for sure. They're going to have to
take it down.
Yeah. They're going to have to use all this fuel, and they definitely can't pit until lap 19, although they could make a move and maybe pit on 21, 22 if they're going to predict some cautions.
Not seeing as much of the 3 wide right now. They keep it away from the 3 wide.
A little bit back here in 12.
We got, yep, exactly the 7, and we got 38, 57. Three wide is when we've had the problems for sure.
Yes.
Chris Romano just out there leading. He's had pretty good race pace tonight. You got Dylan McLean sitting there in second. Bobby Grady back up to third. Our pole sitter. Bobby electing to run that high line. Could work really well coming off of 2 for pace. I don't know that it helps you on 3 and 4, but you can definitely get a good run coming off of 2. I really like to use the bottom line in 3 of 4. I just feel like it helps your tires so much, and
Right.
like Chris just did there in the 53 truck.
Yeah, I mean,
feel like
you
you
lose a little bit of run, but overall, I think you might save some tires. But there's so many cautions. Do you even bother to try to save any tires?
It's a good point.
Yeah, there hasn't been any, so why not just go for it?
Well, you heard Dylan say he's only used 1 extra set.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we haven't had a lot of green flag runs. But hey, while we're at green flag
runs, Brandon Dayhoff.
Yep,
good save there, Mr.
The
Dayhoff.
roof cam on that one. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's try to sneak it in now. Let's go with our crank it up.
Well, I saw that happening. That not only was that not 3 wide, that was 4 wide.
We'll go back and look at that. That is it for our crank it up. We're not even gonna try that again. It is just our course today. It was. They want to go 4 wide. Yeah, it looks like
4 wide, and just in front
there.
of him, he had 3 wide with the truck split in between the 3 and the 4 wide. I mean, going 4 wide coming off of 2.
Oh, and there's
that's only gonna
Hill just getting involved in.
You go 4 wide coming off of 2, it's gonna end one way, badly.
Hughes, Sean Hughes, Bailey Walker, Nick DeTraglia, all there in 3. It looks like Sean Hughes is just coming up, and I guess just doesn't realize Bailey Walker's there. He's going to turn him and collect Nick. Just an innocent bystander on that one.
I mean, Casey Kerwin and those guys could probably pull it off, but oof, 4 wide.
Stan Hill gets involved in that. Oh, Nick DeTraglia really gets a good whack into the wall there.
You know what? I'm curious. Something we haven't.
I don't know. What?
Something we haven't looked at yet or talked about. We got the IPL coming out next week.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the incidents and see. You know, there's not a lot of people with a lot of X's. It's a lot of 4s and just.
Well, that iRacing one isn't really up to date till afterwards.
It's most of the time it's pretty close.
No, I hope it is. I hope it is.
I mean, you do have a couple guys in double digits, but you got almost the entire field with 4 to 8.
Right. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the incidents have been, 2 or 3 cars involved or trucks involved, and that's about it. So. Not really any big ones besides, heck, I think that restart on the initial start of the race was probably the worst incident we've had, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's like you said, the incidents haven't been anything crazy. It's just 1 or 2 trucks getting into each other. And interesting here, you've got Ryan Seabolt, Kyle Rogers, Gregor Vadnais, and Todd Wagnald. Kind of like Wild, but Niled.
Yeah, well, those guys didn't pit. Well, the top 3 did not pit. And the last
top
time,
top 4.
yeah, the top 4. And the last time they pit, the top 3 only took tires, and the top 3 only took fuel, and Todd took 4. Now we got Chris and Bobby fuel only. Everly 2 tires. Looks like Romano may have taken 4 with Dylan McLean taking 4. So now Dylan's got a fresh set. So does Chris. So fighting off those guys is going to be pretty rough. But Ryan Seabolt, Kyle Rogers, Gregory Vadnais, Todd Wagnell up here. So that's awesome to see. See if they can hold these guys off for the what we got. We're on lap 68, 69, so we have about 20 laps left here. Oopsie, wrong thing. But if you would, I'm going to hit the concession stand if you would just take control of this while I follow the leader here.
Got Ryan Seabolt control the field with Kyle Rogers on the inside as Seabolt elected to take the high line for the restart here. When this thing drops will be lap 70 of 88. Talking about the top 4 drivers, about 9 to 10 laps since they pit last, so that could come into play depending on how this plays out here. Hopefully we can stay green pretty much for the rest of the race. I know the end of the race will be hard, but let's see if we can at least keep it green for the next 15, 16 laps. Seabolt gets a good, decent jump, but so does Kyle Rogers. Will stay pretty tight there with them. Pull away from the field a little bit. Both these guys are going to get to run their line with no interruption from behind. Ryan Seabolt off to a great start there. Advantage of that clean air.
Yeah, it looks like Seabolt got out to a decent lead there.
Yeah, Rogers got a good jump too. They both were able to jump out in front of the pack and kind of get single file there and be able to run their race line. But now you've got Gregory Vadnais, who got a heck of a run there on the inside. He's going to put some pressure on Kyle Rogers. Chris Weininger sitting back there in 4th. Get that high line. He's definitely been pretty consistent since around the end of stage 1. Found his way up here towards the front. And we haven't talked about him a lot tonight, but he is top 5 for points through the first 2 weeks of the season. And here he finds himself sitting in 3rd place. Chris has got some really good pace right now. You said he took tires?
Well, shoot, now I can't remember since you said that, but let's look. Chris, no, fuel only.
Fuel only?
Yeah, it was Chris Romano and Dylan McLean that took the tires.
Man, these guys looking to take it 4 wide. I don't know if we haven't learned very much tonight. Holy cow.
Ooh, there we go. Was that Nathan Murray that was sliding up through the field there? They were able to make some room there for him. So it's Nathan Murray makes a good pass on Chris there and actually gets Chris loose, and Chris is still loose a little bit.
Yeah, he touches the 66 a little bit. Good save there by Mr. Daniel Everly.
New fast lap. Nathan Murray did something there. He was just flying. He passed like 3 people there. Got by Chris. I don't know if it startled him or Chris got that dirty air. But
Nathan had to have taken tires. I mean, he's yeah, half a second faster than everybody else.
Let's see, Nathan Murray. Yep, 4 tires for him.
Yeah.
Chris Romano 4 tires. Lucas Bray 4 tires. Ian Fry, Dylan McLean. So expect those guys to come up. See, now that is a tire difference, and I knew tires will make a difference at Michigan, but
especially as these laps stay green.
Come to play. Oh my God, a 4, almost 5 wide there with Dylan McLean.
Man,
Chris Weininger back there. Now we have about 3 wide for the lead. Those guys back there,
well, I know.
battle for their life, man.
I know Murray's got some pace here, and he just did that 39.38, but he's got that 44 truck behind him, and that 44 truck has had a good racing line all night. So
if Dylan can weave his way through this traffic, I mean, I expect him to kind of.
Oh, there it is. I don't know what happened, but the 38 is up and around.
It looks like I got a Shane Johnson off track. Let's find out here. And let's see if it starts with him or not. Looks like there was already.
Oh man,
Danny there was involved.
Danny Gross. Danny Gross comes up on the 6th, maybe. Yeah. Bobby took a hard shot there.
Oh man.
Danny Gross gets down on the apron.
This cluster of drivers. My goodness Christ. I will have to take a picture of this. This is crazy going on. You have about 15 trucks all within like 5 car lengths of each other. But there it is, Danny Gross down at the bottom. Yeah, it looks like he gets in the apron there.
Truck gets a little loose.
Yeah,
comes
may
up on the
upset
6th.
his truck a little bit. I think he's losing some speed there. Yeah. Yep. I think he got a little loose, scrubbed some speed, and let's see this play out. I don't know. The 6 may have came down in the Bobby. The 6 definitely does come down, and I think Danny comes up. So I think that was just a mistake incident right there. It's a 38 minutes for a ride.
Luckily for Bobby here, he's got his fast repair, but he's been running up towards the front all night, and hopefully his fender comes flying off as he pulls in, misses his stall. Let's see if this thing goes up. Fresh tires.
I mean, might as well, right? If you're doing it all.
Yep. Yeah, Bobby, 4 new tires, 12 laps to go.
Oh yeah, Bobby's fender is just flapping everywhere, ain't it?
But
we got Nathan to give way here. And look at that. Nice, pretty truck now. There he is out in 27th, but I promise there's going to be another incident, so just stay clean and get out there. I think you got some decent stage points today. Actually, I don't know. The stage was kind of a little bit wonky because we keep getting cautions around the stage. Yeah, I mean, somebody's going to have to take Romano, or he's just going to run away with this season, to be honest with you. Somebody's going to have to start competing with this guy because he is good at road courses too. So,
yep. Yeah, and I think he's I mean, he's showing pace in our championship series, so.
Well, he did just sub. That's all.
Oh yeah, that's right. But he had a good race though.
But after that, he did reach out to me and says he does want some of that. So we did sign him up for the championship series, but he won't be full time. But I expect when he's there, he's definitely going to be a competitor.
Yep. Man, it just stinks for some of these guys to kind of get caught up and stuff. I mean, like our pole sitter, he's had a good truck all night. He's been at the front, and now here he is with going to have 10, 11 laps to go, and he's back in 27th. He does have fresh tires. So, I mean, it's worth something, but that's a lot of positioning to make up.
I mean, the only
to get back up in that top 10.
Yeah, is he gets a handful of spots with these tires, then there's a wreck, and it will catch up with another handful of spots and another wreck. That's about all you can hope for when you're back there, meaning you also have to dodge all the other wrecks that are happening as well, which is a whole skill in itself.
Yeah, Nathan Murray's going to take him racing here. He does have Chris Romano on his outside, so let's see what kind of jump he can get. He gets
Gets a
a
real
good jump.
huge jump on Lucas Bray there in P3. See if Chris elects both Chris's might elect to stay on the high side. Woo!
Ooh, Romano.
Chris Romano cuts a nose off of the 57 there. Probably gets him really tight. So him and Chris Weiniger, good job staying off each other there.
As Romano reclaims the lead. Hard racing there with Murray. Woo! Some good racing between those two.
Almost not cleared there.
Lucas Bray taking that inside line.
Yeah, they just had to slow up so much going down there and stick that bottom, but that may pay off here at the end of the race if it goes green, but we'll see. Phil McLean trying to work around Chris Weiniger as well here. Lucas Bray with the black flag, though.
Ooh. What do we got a black flag for?
Danny with the fastest lap at 39.22. Almost a track record there. Oh, someone off track back there.
21, Quinn McLean.
Yeah.
57's pitting.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he got the black for this late. Maybe he had a 20X right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we got an
a
incident.
wreck in the back.
A 27 was involved in that. And somebody just hit the...
Clear that for Lucas Bray. If it doesn't clear, he was attempting to go down pit road.
Well, he did have a black flag. He was going into serve, though.
Right, as a drive-through. Let me see when the wreck happened. As long as he was in there when the wreck happened. No, he was not in there when the yellow came out, so never mind. If he was in there, I'd give it to him, but he was not in there, so. Let's see, that it involved Joe Hudson there and Kyle Rogers, it looks like. Oh, as we can already see.
Ooh, Joe hit that wall hard.
Did Joe get loose here? Let's see what happens. Down low, everything looks
Oof.
okay now with Thad Miller. And yeah, he just kind of gets squeezed tight and just kind of comes up into Kyle Rogers there. Unfortunately, Thad Miller able to make it through. KT McCann, not so much. Bobby was actually able to make that through. That's kind of also what Bobby needed too, by the way. He didn't really gain many positions there, but
He went from 27th to 21st, so that helps for sure.
that
22nd.
does.
Oh, he's 20th. Sorry. Jeez.
And
Get the price.
it collects them all together again. So with new tires, he might be able to get another position. At this point, you can just hope. It looks like David Wells is going to get the lucky dog here. You just hope for a top 15 at this point, right? Maybe you get lucky and get a top 10 if you're Bobby.
Yeah, you're exactly next 5 spots, so you're shooting for 15th, and then from there, it's a long season. He will get some extra points for putting it on pole. He will get a few points for stage.
Yeah, and he led a lap, so he'll have a decent amount of points. But you know, position points are king in this, in all of our series at HVRL. As we put more emphasis on where you finish than we do where you are 30-40% through the race at stage points. But it is a good little bonus for those stage points. So.
Well, we're lap 82 now of 88. still single file, so these guys will double file here on this next lap, and then we'll go racing basically at the start of lap 84. I'll give them 5 full laps to stay green and clean. Clean and green. Think they can do it? Or you think they're going to go 6 wide?
Oh, no, they're 100% going 6 wide at some point.
I want to see how many they can stuff in side by side at a... How many lanes this track actually is. I don't think we know yet.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I don't think we know how many lanes wide this track actually is yet. I have a feeling these guys might show us.
Know. We should know by all of our past races here.
It's as many as you want.
Well, yeah, as many as you can until the yellow comes out, I guess. I mean, I've always liked Michigan.
It's fun.
I don't.
As long as you keep it green.
It's pack racing, but yet it still plays tires. It's so wide. You think there'd be plenty of lines, but these guys are just shoved in there when there's no need to race 3, 4, 5 wide. But I mean, now's a different story with about 6, 7 laps left. It's a little different now. Whoa, a huge gap there.
Yeah. What do we got going on there? Oh my gosh, we're wrecking in the back.
Yeah, because that huge gap. Did it extend?
Do we need to throw a caution?
Yes. Why is there? Well, I'm sure that'll be a penalty on that one anyway. But yeah.
Hoping there's another wreck.
Yeah. We cannot have those huge gaps like that. Whoever that was, but we'll find out. Boom, 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 boom. I guess I can't do that on the replay. I'll play up my chopper. That's Reno Connor. Yeah, I'm not quite understanding this huge gap here that just. Yeah, I'll explain that. We can't leave those gaps. The restart, because it makes all this in the back. You may think you have plenty of time, but it leaves all this in the back to happen right there. So, yes, just a whole lot going on.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. To these guys' defense, it's week 3. The first week was Daytona. And then we had a week off last week. So hopefully this is a good learning experience for everybody in terms of pacing, trying to stay clean.
Well, I really hope so. And hopefully when Reno goes back and watches this, he'll realize, man,
well, and
that gap
we can't
just
put
caused about 62 incident points right there.
I would say if we're going to race Michigan, and Michigan has to be a lot later in the season.
Oh.
It's a fun track, but the reality of it is Daytona, the next race, a week off, and now here we are at Michigan.
Well, Chris Romano has done a lot of laps out there, but man, if it does go into overtime here, I don't know. Looks like we have Stanley Hill, Lucas Bray, and Sean Hughes all with black flags. Do we have Michigan in the championship series? That's what I want. We'll make everybody watch that. Of course, watch it. I'm sure they would have a bad race too, just because I think it is our curse. Let's see. We have Michigan July 13th in a championship series.
What week is it?
July 13th.
Oh, it's coming
So,
up
like,
soon.
Yeah, so like, what is that? 3 weeks from now?
We got this tomorrow is, yeah. Well, we don't.
Or
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Three
Two-
races from now.
3
yeah.
races, including tomorrow's race.
Yep.
Tomorrow's at Kansas. All right. Well, we've got basically a green-white checker here. We do have a green-white checker.
Yeah. Natural, I believe. No, I don't think it is going to
Nope.
be a natural.
It'll be an overtime, 1 lap, if it stays green. If we can get to the white flag, we can do it.
I don't think so.
You don't think we can get to the white flag?
I don't know. The way it's going, I'd say no. I mean, the more and more aggressive these guys are going to be. Hey, look at that. Dustin Bloodworth, though, up into 6th, up 34 spots. He had early bad qualifying.
No, he had an EOL,
He had
remember?
an EOL. Well, so I guess really bad qualifying then. He didn't even get a lap down, right? EOL and got in that first incident, or one of the early incidents. And there he is back up in P6, last week's winner. So see if he can finish strong here as Chris Romano gets in a restart zone, is able to take off. Nathan Murray able to keep up with him a lot better this time. And there it is, Dylan McLean right behind him. He made his way with those fresh tires as well. So the front 3 had the freshest tires.
Now, these guys are on 20 laps. Now, we do know, obviously. Oh, no!
Oh.
Chris Romano, our leader.
Oh, my. There it is.
That's a big one.
That is a big wreck right there.
That is a.
Well, if need be, that. Well, I would say it could be protest, but they're definitely going to be at faults there. So let's find out what happened. This leaves the door open for Dylan McLean, actually, to be honest with you, because that really probably just damaged. What a shame, too, with Romano that. Well, and I said something has to be done about Romano. He's going to run today's season. That's not exactly what I meant.
Right. Yeah, that's tough because he's, had probably the most consistent truck all night.
Yeah, I'm curious on what happened here. Let's find out here.
Murray just touches that
Yeah,
right rear corner.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of pinching him down a little bit, but I would say if anything, Romano kind of came up. I mean, do you agree with that?
I gotta see the natural progression as the track naturally coming up. I mean, that's tough. I mean, Romano is coming up, but he's also on the exit of the corner.
Right. I mean, I understand it's one of the last laps and you're trying to pinch him down.
Yeah, Murray was.
Definitely, I don't think anything malicious there. Just a racing deal, and unfortunately, that is gonna do it for his chances to win here.
Yeah. Well, look at that, Bobby Grady up to 12th place.
There you go. Exactly what I told you Bobby needed was those 2 cautions and able to make up ground there.
Here's the challenge for these top guys that are in, the top 10. They're all 22 laps since they pit last. Now, I know we're under a lot of caution laps, but this is only the second of 3 possible green-white checkers. If we get one more caution here, these top 10, and I don't know after that because I don't have my overlay past top 10 or 10 positions, they're going to have to pit.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
That's why I was wondering about that. I was watching Bobby through here. He does get doored there in that wreck, was able to keep it straight and make it by a lot of guys just because he had that inside position and the wreck kind of stayed up high. So he was able to make up, about 8, 9 spots. David Wells gets a lucky dog again, looks like. A lot of people with black flags with Stanley Hill, Lucas Bray, and Gregory Vadnais. Meatball is Brad Dorr. But yes, that is what I'm worried about. These guys are on a long,
Long stint.
yes, very long stint here as we can
They're-
pull that up. 22 laps for the top 10.
And-
22 laps.
and-
Seabolt and Grady are the next
Are the
up
first.
at 14. And then the rest of the field.
And we haven't even double filed yet.
Right. And
As
and
we're
there
double
might be-
filing now.
Yeah, there might be another one. So might have to see if they're clutching at all. Oh yeah, McLean is for sure. Murray is. Chris Weiner has it shut off. So does Kean. A lot of these guys are either clutching or have it shut off. So these guys are probably worried about it.
Yeah, the 53 truck, he's what, almost 40 laps on those set of tires? Probably. See if he's got enough tire there to finish this race off and maybe get a chance for a win. Here he is sitting in 3rd place. Dylan McLean, though, has shown good pace, and Nathan Murray does have a 39.38 and came flying through the field earlier on fresh tires. So see how this thing goes here. Dylan McLean got control of the field as pace car ducks off. Dylan with a good jump.
Oh,
Chris and Murray got a little bump and a little Rubbins racing, I guess.
3 wide for 2. They just have to hope it doesn't go caution here, I think.
Oh my goodness, Chris
Yeah.
barely clears Nathan Murray.
Yeah, Chris shutting the door right there on those guys. But you got to do what you have to do here in this instant.
Dylan McLean just,
Look at
oh,
David Walker coming up, though.
we got a
And
caution.
caution. Now, how's that going to shake things up for Bobby and them? For any
Well,
of those
these
guys to
top-
say,
These top 10 guys are going to have to pit. I mean, there's just no way, right? They're 24 going on 25 laps. Woo,
do you
that
pit
is
or
not
do you try
what.
to stay out? Because I believe one more caution will end the race, right? I'm not sure. Which one are we on here? This is 3 of 3 now. Or was that 3 of 3?
Chris is trying to get these guys up to the pace car quick. I gotta imagine these guys need to pit.
Go back and look at this wreck right here. Forest, what's going on? It's Michigan, Forest. It's Michigan. It's HVRL's Nemesis track. That's what's going on.
And it's week 3 with a week off, and the first week was Daytona, so
And a
not
full
enough
field,
practice.
Yeah.
Not enough practice together.
Okay, Nava. Look for Justin Nava here. Oh, 4 wide between Romano, Nava that's damaged, Chad Bass, Danny Gross. Romano's trying to get all the positions he can back, and they're just 4 wide. Bass bounces off Gross, which hits Nava, gets him loose. That kind of just creates everything here.
Well,
I know these guys have this shut
these
off.
guys
now.
are, yeah, these guys are staying out. They're 26 laps right now. That just shows you how much caution laps we've had, because they said 19 laps of fuel under racing, and we're at 26.
Yeah, Stevenson, we're at 15 right now. That is our 15th caution.
Probably about 10 too many.
Oh man, yeah, and I see Randy in our chat. He was even in here. We would have had 18 cautions if Randy was here. What's up, Randy?
A little jab there at Mr. Post.
We've already talked about that, Stevenson. I think it's gonna be. I'm just joking, Randy, but I think it is gonna be on the banned list with New Atlanta until they get that pit road fixed, and we might just have to take Michigan off for next season.
Or put it towards the end of the season.
No, nope. Just take it off. I don't even want it on here. It needs to be put in timeout for at least a season league wide. Except Indy. I don't think we did too bad with it at Indy.
I had fun my one truck season on Michigan. I got my lap back naturally by passing the top 5 trucks and battled back and ended up taking 3rd place, and it was a fun race, but that was a few seasons ago, and I don't know.
We are double white. This is our last green, white checkered, our last attempt here.
Do they have enough fuel?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know if these guys can make it. I know it's close. Dustin Bloodworth just got an EOL for some reason there. But all I know, if there's a caution, it ends under caution here. So.
Yep, it sure does.
So either checkered or yellow is gonna determine a winner here. So it's really important these guys get a good jump, which also lends to really aggressive racing. And you could be the one causing the caution up front.
I just, wouldn't it be interesting if this thing stayed green?
Yeah.
If
If
it stayed green,
it'd be awesome.
Some of these guys ran out of gas under green white check. Like they're going on 28 laps.
Normally in caution lap you use the half a lap of fuel of your racing laps, right? So
yeah,
if they were all under caution, most you can get is 38, and they haven't all been under caution. So yeah, I mean they've got to be right at their limit. I'm curious when we talk to the winner if it is one of these guys. How
you'll know by their
looked.
burnout.
We will. You are right about that. They may just all take off in 4th. Here we go. Dylan McClain, Kean Fry out front. Chris Weininger in 3rd, right behind him.
Oh my goodness!
There's a caution. That's where it's going to end. Let's see where it puts
that was
Chris
involved
and
with.
Kean.
That's going to involve Bobby Grady. I know in the one truck I saw
that's
that.
A meatball for Bobby. Yep, and it's going to finish like that. The meatball for Everly too. So let them know just to make sure to complete their laps here until it actually gives them the checkered flag, just to make sure they are counted as finishing the race, and that this will be the checkered flag. Dylan McClain's going to get the win there. It looks like Kean Fry in 2nd. This is the white flag. Chris Weininger in 3rd, Nathan Murray in 4th, and Bailey Walker in 5th.
Wow.
So check our championship 5 here, as Romano in 1st place gets P20.
That's a huge recovery for him.
Yeah, but still a big hit in the 1st place points. Chad Bass in P2 is 23rd. KT McCann, with all the incidents we've seen, he racked himself up into P12. And Thad Miller, Donovan Kliss got Thad Miller to race for him, was not having a good race back in the 20th, 30th, all race long, and here he is in P9. Then Weininger in 5th position gets P3. So
yeah,
really going to shake the points up. I'm really curious on how that's going to look. I believe that should be the checkered flag there.
Well, 98 laps for an 88 lap race, and we still didn't get a.
See, McLean is able to do any type of burnout here.
You still got to go all the way around, hopefully.
Yeah, all the way around this 2-mile track.
30 laps on a tank that was getting 19 under racing conditions is pretty crazy. Did we run out of time?
No.
Nope. That was it. It was the checkered flag. It was a checkered flag.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just these guys just had to go around and completed that lap now. Now they can go in and pit. Just a lot of guys in one season. We finished under this, pitted as soon as, I believe, like they were coming to checkered, and then they pit, and then they lost a lot of positions that way. So I'm reminding these guys to finish it up. And just Michigan strikes again, man. It's just a real bad race for these guys. And it's just one of those tracks that people get too overconfident on because it's too wide, I believe.
It's so wide. It's got so much speed.
Yeah, more.
It feels like you could. It feels like you could do what you want whenever you want, and like you said, pack racing. You get 3 and 4 wide. All it takes is a truck drifting up, truck coming down.
Still McLean, dude.
It
might have been his first truck victory here, I believe.
Yeah, he's got enough to burn it down. He still has that much fuel, which is...
Hey, I mean, he was up there up front all race long. So if it wasn't Romano, then I think he was the next best driver. If not one of the best that had the speed today to pull it out. Well, he's just showing off how much fuel he had left.
It really surprises me. Well,
hopefully we get our top 3 up in here and we can talk to them. Let's see who we have in here already.
We're gonna get Chris up here.
Okay, well, give me just a second. As there is our top 3 right there. It's Dylan McLean, Kean Fry, and Chris Weiniger. But I have to go a long way back so we can actually get a racing slow-mo here. Because we didn't get much of that.
No, we did not.
Maybe we'll just do a pacing lap. Maybe that'll be it. Okay.
And just put pacing lap in slow-mo. It'll look really slow.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing here. If you want to go ahead and get Chris up here, man.
Coming in P3, 53 truck, had a good race all night in terms of being up there and putting yourself in a position after not qualifying so great. I know the race was tough. Kind of tell us about your 3rd place finish there, Mr. Chris Weiniger.
Kind of surprising. I mean, I never have an issue here, but I never have a lot of speed. But I was able to find pace during the race, and truck felt good until you got onto worn tires, and then it started wanting to dirt track, especially with how much movement there was between the lanes. Trucks bouncing back and forth, disturbing the air. Really affected these things this evening. But no, I'm ecstatic for being able to come away with a 3rd. Pit strategies and everything came into play a little bit, and it was about 50 laps is what I had this last set of tires on the truck. So still had a set on the wall that I didn't use, but there was a point right around 20 laps to go that I almost came in, but I asked a teammate that was towards the back end how many were on the lead lap, and I did not want to take the chance of going back there if nobody else pitted. So rolled the dice and it worked out tonight.
How much fuel did you have left there at the end?
When I got to the pits, I had 0.7
Oh.
gallons. So I
Yeah,
would have
we
had
were-
enough to finish that green white, but then I would have ran out.
Yeah, we were wondering. I did see you talked about the truck getting a little loose when you started dirt tracking. I saw a couple times there where you were sliding those rear tires on the exit of a few of those corners, and you did it twice in one lap. And I know from racing on these 2 miles, when you do that, it feels like it's hard to recover. Like the tire temps come up and it just feels slick until you either get a caution or you change the tires out.
Yeah. Cautions definitely helped me with the fact that the truck was loose, allowing them to cool off, because I was giving them a workout out there, trying to keep pace and not lose too much time. But yeah, that's not ideal, kicking out that back end like that too many times.
Well, you did a good job of staying focused. It's hard to do when you have as many cautions as we did tonight, and there's something to that. If you can stay focused and allow yourself to finish the race strong like you did after, what was this, a 2-hour race tonight, probably close to it, from the time you got inside the truck there and started the race till finish. Yeah, that's a heck of a job to be able to come out P3 with probably minimal damage. How many X's did you have tonight?
I had 4X from the initial start, and it was damage on the right side of the truck that I could not get fixed. But I never used a fast repair, so just dealt with it, and it obviously wasn't affecting the truck too much.
Yeah, heck of a race from you. I don't know if Happy's in here. He might be taking a nap, but I know he said that he's banning Michigan. So I don't know your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun coming here, but it's frustrating that this seems to be the Achilles heel to the entire league. Doesn't matter what series we bring to this track, we bring out all the cautions that it's got to offer.
Hey,
I-
I said the
I-
exact same thing.
I did mention week 1 was Daytona, then we had a real race at Kentucky, and then you had a week off, and then you had Michigan. So, if Michigan was, week 9 or week 10, would that make a difference?
I don't know. I mean, especially with this series, we have so many returning drivers. So there's not a lot of inexperience out on the track. Everybody knows or should know what the limits this track has to offer. Yeah, it's a big, wide track, but it's one that you can't just sit there with throttle 100% down all the way around. You got to work the corners, especially in traffic, because it becomes a whirlwind back there, disturbing the truck.
Definitely. And I know in 3 weeks our championship series goes there, so I'm kind of worried about how that's going to go now. But yeah, with that being okay, work phone, calm down. Yeah, with that being said, hopefully that's a good race. Maybe, but I was telling Bryce we just need to put this track in timeout for a season, I think.
Right? Yeah, because if it bleeds over to that series, then yeah, there is something between HVRL and Michigan that just don't bond well.
No, it doesn't. And these truck guys are good, and they should all know Michigan. I think we've had it every single season so far, and it's the same thing all 5 seasons. So it is. I'm sure it's a false sense of security how wide this track is, than the tightness and the dirty air and sliding up and a lot of self-clearing tonight. But with that being said, awesome 3rd place finish. You finished the best out of anybody that in the top 5 of the championship. Romano finished 18th. Bass in 2nd finished 21st. KT in 3rd finished 11th. Miller driving for Cliffs in 4th finished 9th. And then here you are in 5th in points, finished P3. So definitely going to shank the points up a little bit going into the week off and going into our 2nd worst track we've ever had here on
but we've only raced
series.
it once, so hopefully we rebound on that one. Guys put in the time, put some practice in there, and definitely show some patience on track.
I would definitely suggest everybody over the next couple of weeks get in some good AI races, some practicing, because another week off and then right back to a challenging track, racing in a pack in a group together. So I would encourage everybody to get some laps in and maybe some hard AI racing, just so you know what it's like around each other.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. And any shout outs you want to do?
Yeah, of course, all the usuals, admins, you guys up in the booth, watching all the chaos and havoc that we put on each week, and along with all the good racing. I know there was some tight racing tonight, and all my teammates and wife and kids allowing me to be up here.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations to that. And like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing how the points shake out, especially with the stage points, as the stage came out as soon as we went green there. So I'm curious. I think that kind of shook up who got some stage points there. So
Yeah, it did. The
definitely
fields
gonna be
kind of
all
flip
over the
flop.
place. Yeah.
Yep.
So all right. Well, congratulations on your podium finish, man.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chris. There you have it. P3 finisher in the 53 truck, Mr. Chris Weiniger. Should maybe move him up at least a spot or two in the points. And let's get our second place finisher up here in the 14th truck, Mr. Kean Fry. Tell us about the race and congratulations on the P2.
Well, that was probably the most bittersweet podium I've ever gotten. I mean, every podium is bittersweet because you're so close to the win, but this is especially bittersweet because I know going into next week I'm gonna be on the IPL. I got too many incidents, and I'm just at this point I'm just hoping for no penalties because I want to make the chase. And this is I'm hoping the points haul that I got today will put me at least somewhere in the chase standings in the top 12, but we'll have to see. It's so early in the season. But I mean, I got involved in that first incident right off the start, and then I just kept getting involved in more stuff at the back. And once I got a certain amount of incidents, I just said, screw it. I'm just gonna go for as many points as I can. And I ended up pushing at the right time. Didn't have the freshest tires in the field, but had some of the freshest, and I was able to edge out Chris for P2. So I'll take it, but I know that I could have done better, at least in the incidents department. But
How many
I'll take
X's
P2.
did you rack up today?
I got 13.
Well, good thing is we did like an extra 10 laps, so that might actually bring the percentage just down a tish. I don't know how close you are, but we did go 10 laps over the allotted amount today. I don't know if you had that figured in your math going into this race or not, but
No, I didn't. I believe if I looked at the IPL most recently, I think I'm at 0.137. I think.
Sure.
ooh, that's going to be really close. But the good thing is, if you're going to be that close to the line of being on the IPL, you're probably going to get a decent starting position.
Yep.
Yeah.
0.137 is what you're at. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe next week at the fairgrounds, if I get put on that IPL for the EOL, maybe I'll avoid the chaos at the start towards the middle front-ish part of the pack. But I mean, it's the fairgrounds. Last season was a race. But
it was season 2 we were there. That was bad. That was the
oh yeah,
last time we were
season 2.
there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was involved in that one, and yeah, it was a whole lot of chilling for sure.
Yeah, just a lot of attrition. I don't even remember where I finished in that one, but my oldest is a bit eager to look ahead. But right after the fairgrounds is Vegas, where I won last season. So I'm hoping I can get another good points haul there week after that.
Heck yeah, man. Well, again, great job. We seen you up there. I mean, I knew you were going to make a run this season because you just gained a lot of speed through the last couple seasons. And congratulations on your P2. Is anybody you want to shout out to, man?
My teammates at Thunder Valley, Bloodworth, KT, and Andre. Teammates over at Lumet Motorsports. My teammates on Foxtrot VRT for my endurance for the endurance side. Any friends or family you might have taken their time out of their day to join in or join in on the broadcast at least just to take a peek, and of course you guys for putting on the league and just I guess giving me a place to race that's not officials.
Right. I can agree with that, man. Those are the worst. But enjoy you coming out, staying with us all these seasons, showing up every race. So we all here appreciate you as well. So
Oh,
we
thank you
thank you.
guys.
All right, man. Well, yeah, enjoy your 4th of July weekend. Just come back with all your digits, and then hopefully we'll see you there at Nashville Fairgrounds in 2 weeks.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kian. There you have it, our second place finisher in the 14 truck, Mr. Keen Fry. And let's go ahead and pull up our race winner here, Mr. Dylan McLean. Congratulations on your first truck win in the HVRL Truck Series, coming pretty quick in week 3.
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.
We had a chance to pull you up in the booth during the race, and here we got you up in the booth winning this thing as well. So it was a pretty good night for you. I know it was probably hard to stay locked in with all the cautions and, probably close to 2 hours of racing, but you found a way to stay locked in and get out, and having those restarts and being able to jump out in front of the field like that really helped at the end with those 3 green-white checkers that never allowed us to finish. So that definitely helped out. But yeah, tell us about the end there and 30 laps of racing without fuel. How much fuel did you have left? You burning it down there forever, all that stuff.
I had 3 laps left as we came to that last green-white checkered.
Oh.
And
Plenty.
yeah,
Jeez.
plenty. I was saving the whole time, figuring the way the night had been going that we were going to keep doing green white checkers. And I was hoping we'd have a little run because I would get a good start. And I knew that if I gave one line a run, then I would go to the other line, and then that line with the run wouldn't have one anymore. So I was pretty confident there being up front. I didn't know how it was going to work behind Chris because he was class of the field. I thought he was hard to pass, but when you guys talked to me, I think I followed Chris for 10 laps, and I was just trying to stay behind him, not let him get away. But yeah, a lot of restarts, a lot of caution laps. I had fun when we were racing green flag. It was pretty hard running on the bottom. You kind of need to have some momentum, because if you were on the bottom and somehow you were 3 wide, because there were some aggressive moves, and I probably made a couple myself, but when you got trapped, you just had no momentum. You couldn't go anywhere. That's what I learned throughout the night.
We saw several 3 wides. We saw some 4 wides. Not sure if we saw a 5 wide. I think it was thought about a couple times. But one thing we definitely noticed, the minute that thing went 3 wide, that's when the trouble happens, because that truck in the middle starts bouncing around and it kind of moves everybody around, and it doesn't take much. I mean, we saw the amount of cautions that happen, and I bet you most all of them were 3 wide. Is what caused it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. These cars can't really handle, or trucks, I should say. They just the air. If you got air coming from your outside or someone on your inside, your truck either slides or pushes. So I don't doubt it.
I want to know what you're going to brag about more and what you cherish more. Your first win here in a truck series, or talking to me and Bryce twice in one race.
I think I'm going to cherish talking to you guys twice more. That was impressive. I got pulled out of nowhere, and I'm like, where am I? I'm like, oh, I'm in the booth.
Well, you earned that. You earned that during the race.
Yeah, I know. Most people call us a curse, and here you are. See, it's not a thing.
The curse must be broken then.
It's not a thing.
Well, anybody you want to shout out, man?
Yeah, I'll shout out my dad, my uncle Todd, brother Mitch, girlfriend, and you guys putting on a great league. I enjoy it. Enjoy racing every week and 3 nights a week, and most fun I have throughout the week for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, for sure, congratulations on your win. Looking forward to get your picture out there, and And I get to add a little checker flag next to your name. You get to
Hell yeah.
sport in Discord all season long, man.
Hell yeah.
So congratulations to you. And any practice on Nashville fairgrounds here in 2 weeks?
Not yet. I remember maybe 2 months back, ARCA was held there and officials, and I ran there, and I liked it a lot. I know it's a tight little track, but it should be interesting. Hopefully it's not a slugfest next week and we can get some racing in.
Definitely not our best idea to put these two tracks back to back, but we did, and we're just gonna have to make the best of it.
Hell yeah.
So, all right, well, congratulations on your win, man, and good luck to you next week.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. See you guys tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Great job, Dylan. There you have it. Number 2 truck, Dylan McLean, coming away with his first victory here in the HVRL Truck Series, week 3. Tough race, tough for us a little bit. We thought maybe Michigan would have a go at it for us, but not tonight. It struck again. So, but nevertheless, congratulations to those guys for sticking it out, and top 3 with a solid finish between Dylan McLean, Kean Fry, and Chris Weiniger.
And a Dylan McLean, a 0X it's showing here on the 0X. Man, that is
great job. If that is, yep.
Yep.
Well, if you can get out front and stay away from the chaos, I guess, right?
The only one to have a 0X. That's 10 more bonus points, and he got the win, led some laps.
Yeah, good night for him.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna move up the leaderboard for sure. But as Bryce Tucker already said, he already went over our top 3. Their reward, the hard charger, goes to Dylan McLean, up 36 spots. Most laps led was Chris Romano at 46. The fastest lap was Danny Gross at 39.221, about a full 10th off our track record. And pole position is Bobby Grady. As we go over our top, I don't know, till I get tired, maybe our top 20 is Dylan McLean, Kean Fry, Chris Weiniger, Nathan Murray, Bailey Walker, Corey Moore, Ryan Seabolt, James Tate, Dad Miller, Quinn McLean. Have to wait for this to rotate now. And KT McCann, Reggie Harris, Chris Bargetzi, Shane Johnson, James Edwards. And that's all I'm doing because it changed on me again. So, but any final thoughts there for you, Bryce?
Well, we were hoping for a great race in Michigan. There was a stretch there early on after the first couple of cautions. It was good racing. But tonight just wasn't the night. Michigan strikes again, and we'll see what it does here for the championship series a little bit down the road and kind of go from there, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with you. And yeah, it's just one of our tracks. So hopefully we get to some short track racing, maybe our first short track of the season coming up. Some of these guys might be a short track specialist, so we're going to see how that works out. Join us. We have tomorrow our championship series, also in the trucks. It's the highest rated guys in our league, all battling out. Tough racing, slugfest every week, man. Every position hard to grab a spot. But we're going to go to Kansas, and Tuesday we're going to be at Gateway. First time the ARCA guys on Gateway have been there, so that's going to be a good watch. Wednesday, our IndyCar series is going to Iowa. That'll be the first smaller track that the Indy series visits, so I'm looking forward to racing in that and see what that's like. Then Thursday for our road series, I believe we are at
Lime Rock.
Lime Rock.
Yeah, with
Lime
the
Rock.
chicane.
With the chicane. It'll be a real fast track, real quick times. Were they about 48 seconds it was, I believe I've seen?
No, they were joking around. If you're hitting the low 50s, you got some pace to you. I'll say race pace will be about 51 seconds would be quick.
About 51 seconds. So still sub minute laps. Definitely probably one of our smaller tracks, or at least fastest tracks on the road schedule. So that also should be a good watch. Great turnouts, by the way. What we having, like 30 cars almost?
Almost 30 last week, at Road Atlanta.
Yeah, we're kind of something we've been thinking about it for a couple seasons, but just kind of decided to go at it kind of later in the when the season's, we were really getting to the final decision, and Wilder and you've
Yeah.
really done a good job of promoting the league, getting the guys in there, getting them situated in pro and am. So it's a pretty good watch. So join us for that. And I'm Sean Happick, and that's Bryce Tucker, and we'll catch you guys next time. Enjoy your 4th of July weekend.